Hello, hi everyone, and thank you so much for tuning back into the Mummy Means Business podcast. This is series 2. Oh my gosh, it's actually really crazy that I'm even doing series 2. I didn't even think that I will be. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to do it. I had so many people asking me, "Oh, when are you coming back? You said you're going to come back in June." June went, July went, we're now in August. When is this podcast coming back? And I kept saying, yay, I'm going to bring it back. But fear gripped me again, and I just got really scared, got really nervous, kept thinking, like, who want to listen to me again? Have I got anything else to say? And I prayed about it, and I thought, you know what? God has given me a platform to kind of talk about experiences, not just from myself, or especially not from myself, but from so many different women who you probably will not hear their story unless this platform was available. So I'm really, really grateful for everybody's kind words to me, everybody's time, people who've taken the time not just to be on the podcast, but to listen every day or every week when I uploaded it early this year. Give me positive feedback, even putting in questions that they want me to ask certain women who will be on my podcast, and just for their engagement, really. It's been something that I've never really expected. To be honest, I thought it would just be me and maybe a group of my friends that I force to listen to the podcast, but I did not, like, for any second even think that anyone else will be interested in it. So I'm really, really grateful. And this is why I wanted to come back. So I thought, you know what? Let me just do this. My maternity leave is almost over. So sad. Oh, yeah. So I'm almost going back to work full time, which I am excited about. Just the routine will be really great, but also really sad to not be around my son every day. I will be around him every day, but not spending 24/7 with him will be really sad. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I know it's just me talking to myself in my living room, but yeah, I hope everyone's okay. Hope everyone's had a good day. Some progress on my son. So he's now coming up to 10 months. I just don't know how the time has flown. Like, how has 10 months gone by and I haven't even realized? But yeah, he's coming up to 10 months now. He stands, so he can stand for a few seconds by himself, and then he falls. I think he's scared. I think he kind of knows how to do it, but then he just gets really nervous and really scared, and then he just drops on his bum. But he crawls a lot, so he's such a quick crawler. We literally have to close any door that we come out of. We have to close it because he loves doors and he loves walking out of doors. I don't know, the fascination with leaving a door, opening a door and walking out of a door, wherever that door is. Once he hears the door open, he literally has quick feet and he just crawls really fast to just try to, escape whatever room he's in. And yeah, he's just such a really, really happy baby. I really thank God for the blessing of giving me such a joyful child, that he literally finds joy in anything. He just laughs and he just brings so much light and happiness to my family and and my husband's family and also our family. Yeah. So me, my husband, and his, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyways, this series, I'm really, really excited to bring back. It was quite a long time coming. It was, at this time around, to be honest, it was actually harder to record, not just because of fear, but because Xavier now is a little bit older and he just doesn't sit still. When I recorded the first series, he wasn't really young. I think he was coming up to 3 months or 4 months or something. So I can literally just hold him or put him in one place and he will stay. Whereas now, he literally moves everywhere. So I can't even find a quiet place to myself to do it. And when he naps, sometimes I nap because I'm tired, or I get some housework done. Or I'm always constantly like on the go of doing stuff. So I didn't really I didn't give myself the time to do it. I didn't allocate time specifically to actually focus on this podcast. But now I really have to do it. So now I'm like, you know what? There's so many women that I've been speaking to over the last 2 months that are just, their story is just inspiring. And every time I speak to them, at the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, oh my gosh, it will be really great to have you on this podcast to talk about not just your motherhood and the journey you went to getting pregnant, having a child, raising a child, but also running a business, being successful in work, being successful in anything that she's doing, really. And I've met some new mums actually from, places that I've been to. I've met some new people this year that their stories are just amazing. And I hope to be sharing it on this podcast, this series. I'm actually going to step out of my comfort zone. So not only would I be speaking to women who are in my life and I know are friends of mine, people who I've known for a few years, but also be stepping out of my comfort zone and reaching out to some women who I've been inspired by and I've been watching from afar, but don't have that personal relationship with, just to kind of, get an idea of how they came to where they've become. I want this podcast to not just be, informative, but really, really educational, and educational not just for the mums, but for anyone who has a business. Not only that, I will also be speaking on promotion. I will also be speaking on how to market yourself from a PR perspective, ways that you can grow your business financially without any budget or any marketing budget, and ways you can grow yourself financially with a small budget or with a large budget. So I'll be speaking on those as well, just to kind of give my 2 cents on what I've learned over the last 6 years of working in PR, what I've learned, what things that I've implemented in my business as well, and the things that I've been doing, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and kind of the advice I would give to any small business or new businesses when they're starting up. Because I think, when you start up a business, all you know is how to, either if you're making a product, for example, if you're making a beauty product, all you know is how to make that beauty product. You're an expert in how to make that beauty product. But a lot of people aren't experts in how to make sure everyone knows about this beauty product and how great it is. So sometimes it's hard for, some of the women I've spoken to, it's hard for them to really grasp that understanding of how to push and promote themselves. So this, will be an opportunity to kind of share some of my advice, some of my tips and tricks, and some practical things, not just talking, but some things that you can actually go and tomorrow and implement and track the progress and track whether you're actually getting any ROI or any return on your investment. And you can share that with me as well. Let me know, comment on the podcast, follow me on my Instagram and let me know how it's doing. But yeah, enough of me talking because I can run for ages. Make sure you stay tuned. We have 10 episodes this series, as we did last series. They will conclude of not only interviews with mums, some really practical and informative tools that, any woman can use, or anybody who has a business can use and implement in their business. We'll also be doing some really fun question and answer. So if you have any questions, I kind of want to do at the end of each podcast, just like quick fire 5 questions for whoever I'm speaking to. If you have any questions at all, anything on finance, anything on business, anything on products, anything on, even if you don't have a business, you want to have a business, maybe you're a stay-at-home mum, you want to have something on the side where you can make some sort of income while looking after your kids, something that doesn't require you to be out of the house for too much, and just want some ideas, put in your questions or fire it at these people and see what they say. And yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to me learning as well. Obviously, last series I learned so much, and this series I'm looking forward to learning even more. Yeah, so all I have to say is just have your notepad and pen ready when you listen to this podcast. Make sure you take some of the tips that they're giving you. Make sure you write it down on your phone or something, just so that you can implement it. And I will be doing the same. And I'll make sure that I will step out of my comfort zone, not be scared, and bring you really, really informative, educational and quality podcasts. And that's it. Hopefully, if you manage to continue to listen to my intro all the way to the 10th minute, then good on you. Thank you so much for your time. If not, then you're probably not hearing this anyways, but I hope you tune back in. You can search for Mummy Means Business on SoundCloud, on Podbean, on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you subscribe where you get notifications for any new podcast that we have. And these podcasts will be released weekly, so keep an eye out for it. Do not miss it. It's going to be really fun. But yeah, thanks for going on this journey with me again, I guess. And God bless you. Have a good rest of the week, and I'll speak to you soon.